as Bible, as evidence straight away. Please, Annie. I wish I had my criminal law book. I'm not at home right now because I will bring up my criminal law books. Because that module was hard. The legal testings of criminal law, super hard. Super hard. Yes, so when James first, let me find it. Thank you. Yes, he did ask for a lawyer. He asked for a lawyer. Remember, thank you. The solicitor, you're a solicitor. Remember, criminal law was the hardest thing to study. Criminal law and evidence. Sorry, you would learn about false confession and evidence. Evidence, the module evidence dragged me like a mop, like a swifter. So he asked for a lawyer. Wait, hold on. Let me find the screenshot of when he asked for a lawyer. I think I have the screenshot of that one as well. Let me just see. But I need to be careful because no, I don't have the screenshot of that. What was this one? Oh, there we go. Where James gets arrested and he says, I really need to see a psych. It's important. I'm seeing shit. So he says that he requests for a psych. This is before the interviews. It says at the bottom. It's an inmate request form. No, he was high of PCP. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Look, it says substances from 7 to 8 years old, he had started taking drugs, right? He had marijuana and he had a wet blunt, which is PCP. That they said that Teresa Butler lied and said that he wasn't high and he'd never taken no PCP and there was no PCP in his system. PCP is like a very bad drug that makes you very badly hallucinate. 2 seconds. I've got proof of what PCP does to you. 2 seconds. Cause see me, I'ma come with everything. One thing for sure and two things for certain. This is what PCP does. Yeah, because he was addicted to it. He was addicted to PCP. It was his way. It was his way of like dissociating for the things that he went through when he was a kid. This is what PCP does. Does this not match to his behavior? Did this like does this not match to the behavior? He was 19. He was 19 at the time. Does this not match to the behavior of what was going on? Does this behavioral science does this not match to the 2008 interview? 2 seconds. Let me carry on. Let me bring something else more. I think I've got one more thing. I need to bring more stuff. I need to screenshot more stuff from the transcript. What is this one? PT had reported earlier that he had smoked a wet marijuana and impulsive, irritable, displays anger when disappointed, easily angered. Did that just not match what the PCP sign said? How long did he serve? He didn't serve it. He got killed for it. He got executed. Does this not match to the PCP? Thank you. Thank you. I need to bring more stuff. I will bring more stuff. I will bring more stuff. So for the people that try to lie, for the people that try to lie and make lies up about my husband, there you go. The truth will always prevail. And it's annoying because my arm is hurting and I can't keep my arm up long enough. But if anyone new comes on here and starts speaking crap, please, guys, please, for the love of Jesus or Allah or Buddha or whoever you guys believe in, may the Lord please. He didn't have it. This is what happened. He got arrested at 4 o'clock in the morning, got put into Dallas County Jail at 4 o'clock in the morning. By 8 o'clock, they tried to interrogate him. Let me not jump. He tried to interrogate them. He said, I'm not speaking to no police officer without my lawyer there. At 8 o'clock in the morning, because they knew that the lawyers are not going to come. They have up to 3 days for a lawyer to turn up. They knew that the lawyers. So what did they do? At 8 o'clock in the morning, between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., they put him in front of 5 journalists, one being Sean Rabb and Steve Pickett and that white lady and 2 other interviewers. And when they saw that he was acting erratic, suicidal and crazy, they threw his backside in the suicide watch. So for 4 hours, he kept telling them, I'm seeing shit. He kept sending inmate records and everything, requests. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. May God bless you all. Thank you, Marie. God bless you. But I'm lying, right? But Teresa Butler's not. But the Swans are not lying, right? Okay. All right. I need to screenshot more stuff from that. They don't do no comment. They don't do no comment. They can't interrogate you without a lawyer. So he didn't have. Oh, wait, 2 seconds. So let me prove another thing, right? Let me prove another thing. So everybody said that I never had a conversation with Michaela Butler, who is Matthew Butler's daughter. They lied. Laurent, këshire vetën më reqyqani keq, më reqyqan. Këshire më vetën që ata muskoj as tru nuk I ki. Het batit, het shok, het shkoj blaj do dhama, naj bëtha, naj sen loje. Het ma mire ki. Let me show you something as well. Let me show you guys something. So for the people that said that I've never had a conversation with Michaela Butler. Because see me one thing and one thing for sure. Where is the screenshot? Trying to find the screenshot of me and his daughter having a conversation without having to. Oh. I'm trying to find the screenshot of me and the daughter talking without having to get off the live and get it. I know I did screenshot it. Just can't find it now, which is annoying. Or maybe I'm just going too far. Oh, there we go. For the people that said, look, for the people that said, I've never had a conversation with Michaela Butler. That's his own daughter. She says it, Matthew's daughter. This is the woman that told me that the family knew. I remember we had a 2 hour and 40 minutes call. 2 hours. Yes, she did. Yes, that's why she was never involved in anything. I believe she's about 19 now, right? She's about 18, 19. She just got married a couple weeks ago to her fiance. What did we speak about? She told me about her dad having bipolar, not letting her mum go to college or go to work. And Jamie, her name was Jamie Butler, but she's now Jamie Cole because she got remarried. She told me how she got remarried. Her mum got remarried about 6 months later after Matthew's death, and that Teresa Butler lost her mind, and how her dad was violent, and now her brother Matthew Butler Jr. is very violent and also has bipolar, and she had to run away from them, and she pretty much separated herself from the whole family, and that her grandma was telling her things that were not matching to her mother's story of what happened to her dad, and that she didn't want James to be executed. Jamie Butler, widow, who's now Jamie Cole, the wife of Matthew Butler, and Michaela Butler did not want James executed because they knew the truth. And we still spoke, by the way. We still spoke up until 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Let me carry on, bring more because see me, I'm not stopping. And for the people that said that they didn't come out of there laughing, let me show you something. This is how Matthew Butler's father came out with a drink, smiling. This is how they came out after they just witnessed my husband dying. This is how they came out. I wasn't even allowed a water. I wasn't even allowed a drop of water. This is how they came out, smiling and smug. That's Matthew Butler's father. They look like they just came out the bar. They just watched the NFL. They just watched the NBA and watched the Knicks win to go to the finals. I just enjoy the drama. I'm part of the drama, you piece of unbelievable crap. Like you, who just came out. Never mind. Let me not get. They thought they did. He did it, right? They thought. Let me go back. How they thought they did it. They thought they did it, right? Okay. They thought he did it, right? Yeah. They thought he did it, right? They were drinking because they were celebrating his death. They just watched him suffer in a gurney that they asked for when they knew that it was the Damaris' idea to go and do it. I could keep on bringing more evidence about will I go date another inmate. I'll never ever date anybody else in this earth. Nobody's worth taking my husband's place. No male in this earth is worth taking my husband's place. Nobody can ever be my husband. Nobody can ever be in the level of my husband, intellectually, in every way, physically, mentally, every way. Yet you're still listening to my yapping. So whose problem does that look? That means that the mother of Matthew Butler knew that it was Demarius who planned it. It was Demarius that planned it. It was Demarius that did it. And it was Demarius that intended to do it. Thank you, Sammy. Guys, I can promise you right now, because I'm bringing all this evidence, the consistent excuse will be, yeah, but he was there. So what if he was there? It doesn't mean that he should be dead. And if you guys don't believe he was high, for those that don't believe it, let me come back again. He's doing life without parole right now. That's why she says, that's why the mother says, Matthew mother says, the other one whose idea was to go back and do it is living out for the rest of his life in general population. Do you know who I have sympathy for from the Butlers? I have sympathy for Michaela Butler, who's his daughter, because I've spoken to her and she's the most loving little girl. She is beautiful. I have sympathy for Jamie Cole, who's the widow, who's now married to another man. I have sympathy for Matthew Butler 100% because he should have never died in the hands of Demarius Cummings. But I don't have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for people who knew the truth. She knew it. She knew that James never did it. She knew that he never did it. She knew that James never did it. So do I have sympathy? 100%, because nobody should have passed. Nobody in this case should have passed. But I'm not dealing with people that know the truth and then run for my husband to have him unalived for what? She sleeps very well at night because she's an evil woman. You tell me why Demarius didn't get the death penalty. Somebody tell me why he's always protected. Somebody tell me that they protect him so much, so much. Let me bring up the most important one, because at this point, the most important one is the DNA. The most important evidence is the DNA. I keep losing that damn DNA somewhere. That's got so many screenshots of everything. The most important one is the DNA. I'm going to keep it on here. There's no CCTV. There's no CCTV. I don't speak to her enough to know what her take is on this. I don't really care what anybody's take is on this. Because whoever knew James from the age of 19 and didn't fight for his innocent, I don't want to hear it. What's blacked out is obviously the loci, which the loci is blacked out because obviously it's sensitive information. You can see stains at the following loci, and then you see the thing, and then it shows. You tell me why nobody fought for him until I came into the scene. That's why I'm angry at everybody else. Why didn't nobody fight for a man that never did the crime? Why did nobody fight for him? Everybody was happy to speak to him on the phone, kiki, 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 and laughing, ha, 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 and doing stupidity, taking his time and using money as a way to manipulate him. Why didn't nobody help him? Jess, why? Look at me and look at your skin, and we have something more in common. I cannot wait. Do you know what I'm waiting to do? Because I'm not even going to lie, I'm struggling sometimes to even go through this legal work again. What I'm going to do, yeah? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to I'm going to show you the evidence. I'm going to show you the evidence, right? I'm going to show you the evidence of how they selected the jury and how they struck off every black person off the jury and ensured that it was a white guy. And they went above and beyond to pick a black prosecutor to go against somebody that his race and was okay to say that he was an animal from Animal Planet and that he was a new breed and how he was an ape. And it was okay for him to say it to a white jury. It was in Texas. Yeah. Do you know what, guys? I promise you by the next live, I'm going to screenshot everything and you guys will see it. Because one thing about me, one thing for sure and two things for certain, I'm not going to speak things out of my mouth if I don't have the evidence. One thing for sure and two things for certain. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this for 100%. I won't say something unless I have the evidence. And I've proven to you guys so far everything I've said, I brought receipts. Oh, he did have a bad lawyer. His name was David Lola. He used to be a prosecutor before. Yep. Originally, he had 12 black jurors. And then the judge spoke up and said, we need one black person on here. What the heck is going on? Oh, actually, there's an important thing that I wanted to show everybody, which was let me tell you something. So when I went to Dallas criminal courts, right, I bumped into an ADA, which is the assistant district attorney. We had a conversation about James's case. He said that James's case does that it did have racism in his jury, right? Let me show you proof of how that I did have a conversation with this person. People want to play stupid games with me today. What does it say on there? And what did he say? What was he talking about? Who was I speaking to? He admitted it, that there was racism in James's case. That's why he sent me the accommodation, the politics of race in America's city. Can you see where it came from? Am I lying? And Dallas was always known about racism. But John Crusoe, who's the Dallas County, well, he isn't anymore. He's got a couple more months left, right? Didn't want to get involved. Why? What about my lips? Weirdo. Please, leave my lips alone. Thank you, Idil. Thank you. Thank you. And you guys thought that I was just here. I know they want to talk about my lips again. It's weird. If this is not proof enough that this was about politics and not my husband's innocence, then I don't know. Thank you. Stop it. Stop. These little suckers, honestly, they get, I shouldn't have said that. They get dry too quickly. It's annoying. Winter, I'm struggling for life. So when people sit there and say to me, oh, he was guilty, so then why did the Dallas ADA? 16 days. Marie, the way that came out and then it hit me what I just said. Mad. Sure enough, that the ADA is telling me that it was a racist trial for him to tell me, read this. Sure enough, that I had, I just keep, I, do you know what? I ain't got time for you because I've been posting all the things. We were together for 2 years, 2024 to now. I'll put up the screenshot. I don't have the screenshot, but I've got screenshots. I've got my emails. We were 2 years married. We were supposed to get married last December and they were messing us around. They wouldn't let us get married because they were messing us around. And I will show you the emails as well. If you guys don't believe it from all the evidence and everything else, the ADA emailed me. ADA emailed me. No, it can't be brought back for his cousin, no. Yeah, it was a big case. During the time of his crime, it was massive. What else? I know I've lost the plot. Elvis, I have definitely lost the plot for my husband's case. 100% Elvis. But then, yeah, you are losing your hairline. So what's worse? Losing the plot or losing your hairline? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh, please. Having this attitude and you wonder why God doesn't help me. Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, were you Gabriel, the angel? Are you Jesus? Jesus, is that you? About this attitude. I'm not even gonna lie. One thing about me, I have big quick comebacks. Like I have very quick comebacks. And James used to tell me, God needs to work in that. God needs to work in that because Petiana, you can't be Petiana, you can't be Tasmanian tea. No, the who support me who? Nobody, look, please. The prison, nobody will support me. They all knew. My husband struggled in my pettiness. And he was on death row. Let me see what else I can put up because see me. I will keep on putting up as much as I can to prove these suckers. Oh, by the way, actually, furthermore, hallelujah. Hallelujah. My conversation with Greg Abbott. My conversation with Greg Abbott on the Monday. On the Monday before. Cebre kuyo. I spoke to his counselor, Trevor Easel. Search it up, guys. Trevor Easel. I spoke to his counselor and he told me that they were all there in a conference call. They said, what do you have to say about this case? I told them all the evidence. We sent them everything. And I said to him, just give him 30-day reprieve. Investigate it. 30 days. That's all we're asking for is 30 days. Investigate the evidence we have given to you with the admission of the cousin. Do you know what Trevor Easel kept saying to me? Who also studied law, by the way. He studied in Oxford. The smart motherfucker studied. Excuse my language. Sorry. He studied in Oxford, so he knew the British law. He knew where I was coming from. And I said to him, "Let me tell you something. I understand in the times like this, families come to you, screaming and crying. Greg Abbott." Come screaming and crying, please stop this execution. I'm coming to you not as his wife. I'm coming to you as somebody who knows the law. They knew, they asked me about me. They knew that they know my education. They have my phone number. They have everything. They have everything. They have my address. They have everything, right? And do you know what Trevor kept saying to me? Tiana, it's up to my boss. I can't do anything. It's up to my boss. Who's the boss? Greg Abbott. Greg Abbott's the boss. And then I emailed him, baby, can you give me the laptop, please, so I can read it. I haven't screenshot it. He doesn't grant stays yet. This is what I said to him a couple days ago. Let me read what I said to him. This is what I said to him a couple days ago. Because by the way, yeah, I've heard of Marsalius. Yeah. By the way, a couple days ago, because obviously yeah, they said to me that they will let us know if James will be if Greg Abbott's going to go ahead with it or not, right? Let me tell you something. I emailed Trevor. He didn't reply back to me. He won't reply back to me. This is what I emailed Trevor. I emailed Trevor. I'm going to prove it to you guys that I emailed Trevor. I emailed Trevor. What does it say on there? It says Trevor Easel, right? It says Trevor Easel. I emailed him, and this is what I emailed him, by the way. I said, "Dear Mr. Easel, I write to you with profound disappointment, anguish, and concern regarding the execution of my husband, James Broadnax, and the complete absence of any meaningful explanation as to why Governor Greg Abbott chose to deny the request for a reprieve in his case. The gravity of the death sentence demands not only legal scrutiny, but transparency, consistency, and fairness in its application. To this day, I have received no adequate explanation as to why James was deemed undeserving of clemency despite the substantial evidence and factual concerns surrounding his conviction and claims of innocence. What is particularly troubling is the apparent inconsistency in how clemency and reprieve decisions are exercised in Texas. In the case of Thomas Whitaker, Governor Abbott intervened and granted clemency based upon consideration of justice, mercy, and the surrounding circumstances of that case. Yet in James's case, where there was significant factual disputes, unresolved evidentiary concerns, and compelling arguments pointing towards factual innocence, the state proceeded with his execution. This raises a concern and unavoidable question. What legal or moral distinction made James more suitable for an execution than Thomas Whitaker? Fairness and justice cannot exist selectively. The law demands equal consideration, especially where life is at stake. If clemency is to serve as a safeguard against irreversible injustice, then there must be a consistency in its application and transparency in the reasoning behind such as life and death decisions. James deserved a fair and impartial review of the evidence presented on his behalf. He deserved meaningful consideration of the claims raised in support of reprieve. Most importantly, he deserved constitutional and moral protection that should accompany every capital case where credible questions remain. Instead, our pleas were ignored, and James was executed without any public explanation as to why the evidence supporting him was insufficient to warrant even a temporary relief. I respectfully request a formal explanation regarding the rationale behind the governor's decision to deny the reprieve request in James Broadnax's case, particularly in the light of prior clemency decisions in comparable capital cases such as that of Thomas Bartlett Whitaker. This is not merely a matter of grief, it is a matter of accountability, equal justice under law, and public confidence in the integrity of clemency process. I await your response. I received nothing. Nothing. And that says it a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot. If I'd never called these people, I would have never told him based on our pleas. That says everything. He couldn't even reply back. They couldn't even reply back. He couldn't even reply back. Why is there no point to reply back to me? There is a point. Because if you can if you can give mercy to a man who killed his family, there's proof he did. There's proof he did that he unalived his family, who is a white man. But you can't give reprieve, 30-day pause. 30-day pause just to investigate it. Do you know how bad it gets here? I even said to them, investigate it. And even if you feel like and I said, even, and if you feel that the evidence is too strong and that he did do it, execute him. I can't stop you. That's how crazy it gets. I even said it to him. I said, all I need you to do is stop it for now, investigate it. And if you still feel like there's still over unreasonable, like there's literally no doubt that he didn't do it, he did it, execute him. They couldn't even stop that. They didn't even do that. Why? Why? I even said to them, this is my exact words I said to them. I said, if we came to you with the cousin's admission and no weight, I'll put my hands up and say, baby, I'll see you on the other side, honey. I'll see you on the other side. But we gave you a confession that matches and holds weight with the evidence that we have given to you. And and at least investigate that. Go question Damaris. He's in Cofield. He's in Cofield. I will drive you there, sir. I will drive you there in a Corvette if I have to. Go investigate it yourself. Thank you, Stella. Do you know with Tony is so lucky that he was allowed to have his lawyers there to witness whilst they were trying to give him to poke him with the IV. You know, in Texas, no one's allowed in there whilst they're laying him down in the gurney and they're trying to put the IV in, because do you know what's so crazy? They tried to put the IV in James's foot. And I've got photos of that too. I have photos which I will never ever publicize, but I'm going to take them to court. I have photos of the aftermath. Yep, they tried to do it in his foot, on his ankle, on his ankle. I've got pictures, guys. You know, if I say something, you know I've got proof, because I've shown it to you guys again and again and again. That when I speak, I come with proof. I wouldn't just lie. I've got photos of his ankle when they were trying to put the IV in, because clearly they must have probably not been able to find the IV in other places. You tell me. On his ankle, there was a poke. And then there was, obviously they poked both arms, because they have to put the IV through both arms. It's fine, because I've got photos. Do you know what's crazy? Yeah. Do you know what I did when his body, because they were refusing to release his body for a while, and because of me speaking about his body online, and when they released his body, me. Do you know what's interesting? I don't even know who puts the IVs in Texas. It took 21 minutes for him to pass. Do you know what's so crazy? Our funeral directors, they were black owned funeral director, because I wanted to make sure that my husband's body was being taken care of by a black owned funeral director, right? We're not allowed to be there in Texas. We're not allowed to be there. And and what happened was I got the funeral director to come with me so we can look at his body. We can look at his body, and he was showing me the places where the blood joins together, because obviously the body's now passed, and the places where it wasn't from the death, it was from obviously what they had done to his body. It is disgusting. The stuff I saw and the pictures I've taken, you guys will be traumatized. You guys will be traumatized. Traumatized. But apparently it's humane. Apparently it's humane. Thank you, Ash. Do you know how much it would have cost for post mortem to bring him to the UK? I wanted to bring his body in the UK, and it was over $35,000. That's why we had to get him cremated. That's why I had to get him cremated to bring him here to have his ashes buried. Thank you. Guys, if you see my husband's body, it made me mad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my love, thank you. If you had seen my husband's body, bro, 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 it was disgusting. And trust me, if people try to run and say, "Have you seen the bodies of the victims?" Yes, I have. I've seen their post mortem as well. I've seen their post mortems as well. I've seen everybody's post mortem here. Whoever died in this case, I've seen everybody's post mortem. I will only advocate against the death penalty in totality. Thank you, darling. I've seen everybody's postmortems. I've seen the crime scene. This is the James Broadnax case. He was executed today, 4 weeks ago. I've even seen the crime scenes. I've seen everything. I've seen everything. What does my day to day look like? I'm here or there or nowhere. Am I okay? I don't know what okay looks like anymore. I'm breathing. It will never be over. Not as long as I live. Until they admit that they took it wrong, they made the wrong mistake. It will never in this earth be over. Never. That's why they're trying to shut my mouth. That's why they're screaming and shouting and trying to shut my mouth. No, they haven't had the death penalty since the 70s. The last person to be executed was a woman in the UK, in London. Life changes so much. Like, I never knew I could handle it. I thought, boy, do you know when people say God won't give you something that your heart can't deal with, right? God must think I'm made out of iron. And you know what? I will keep it so real. What do I think of the Albanian president? After what I just saw and heard about what he's done, Edi Ramai, should we really start it? Should we really start it? Should we really start it? Ugh, I swear to God, he's a sellout. He is an absolute. I Let me not start, man, because I just got rid of the rundown Eagles. Please, let me not start. Let me not start. Just check who Edi Rama just sold Albania to, lands of Albania to. No, it's not even that. It's not even that. Let me not speak. I'm not allowed to speak. I'm not going to speak. Just put everything together, guys. Put everything together. I'm Kosovan. Put all these big veto countries together and you will understand why. Yeah, but why? Who are they trying to get acceptance from? What veto country? It costs $1.3 million in Texas to execute someone out of taxpayer money. No, cousin where? Cousin's doing life without parole. He spent more time in solitary confinement than in general population because he keeps having fights. You know that the cousin was in Polensky unit with James. Majority of the sentence, and James didn't even know. And then he got moved to Cofield last year. I don't. One thing I'm going to tell you, yeah, I don't rate the Albanian Kosovan governments. I don't rate them because it's corrupted, because he's selfish. He always spoke up. He always told our lawyers that he did it and that James didn't do it, but he just wouldn't put it on paper. This is the whole point, yeah. Of course, Latoya. This is the whole point, yeah. When people keep saying execute them, but they're not coming out anyways. They're in prison. You're not going to see them. How are they going to be a risk to society if they're all locked up anyways? Like, why do you have to execute them if they're already locked up? They're stuck because it's the whole point of death penalty is because they're a danger to the society, right? But they're locked up anyways. They're not coming out. So what's the point of executing them and spending 1.3 million? It doesn't make sense. They're locked up. They're not going out. They're not coming out. So does it really deter violence? Because they're still, yeah, it costs 1.3 million to execute somebody. Because they say, oh, the death penalty deters violent crimes. Tell me, how did you walk in love with someone? I walked in love to the person and just boom, banged my head in the mirror. I banged my head into his neck. We I can keep on fighting, yes. How did you walk in love? Never heard in that. I've never heard it. And then it also cost for your education, but yet you don't pay for it. Like when do you know when people say, "Oh, my tax money is going in the TDCJ. My tax money, I'm having to pay $30,000 for sandwiches for these inmates. I want him executed right now. I gotta execute him. I be spending $30,000 of my tax money to feed these inmates." You know, all you have to do as a public is not vote for somebody who encourages that your tax money needs to go on these inmates. That's all you have to do, honey. That's why there's elections. Yet you still pay this, you still vote for these people so your money can go to these inmates. It's very simple. It's logical. As a public, we have a say. Hence why we have the right to vote. We have the right to, as citizens of free expression, we have the right in this earth. So whilst you're saying, I spent $30,000 of my tax money for these inmates, make it make sense. And do you know what's so crazy? Yeah, but do you know who runs the prisons? Do you know who keep the prisons going? The system is the inmates. The inmates are the cleaners. The inmates are the gardeners. The inmates are the cooks. The inmates are the help up in the visitation. The inmates are the people. The inmates run the place. By the way, just to let you know. Like, look at that guy, that rapper that ended up being obviously unalived by those four people. They said that they were going to use them as sweat equity and not give them the death penalty. Kim K did have interest, but it was way too, everything was very last minute. I don't know why it became so last minute. Yes. Yes. The prisoners make coffins, they make stationery, they make furniture, they do paintings. I'm not sure. We spoke to her legal team, but I never ever asked the. I'll be honest with you. We never asked the lawyers. I never asked the lawyers of what happened. For me, was whoever's willing to give. And I think she didn't get involved because there was already loads of people involved, like Travis Scott, Fat Joe, um, Killer Mike. Who else? There were so many rappers that were involved, and I think it just came to. I don't know. And I know she was traveling as well. She was in Japan at the time. So it was just, I don't know what really happened. I know she was contacted and she did know about the case, but I don't know what happened. And she's only started again advocating because just before Tony, she didn't advocate barely for a long time. Thank you. I look like someone. I'm sorry to hear. Yes, it was. Guys, go to Dr. Phil podcasts and you will see the juror talking about it. I'm not a practicing lawyer, no. Jules, do you know why? Do you know why they don't get it? Because it's the people that have to fight for them. One thing that people need to realize for inmates to get this interest or this it's not even fame because there's nothing to be famous for. Nobody wants to be famous for the wrong things. But the reason why a lot of inmates don't get acknowledgement is because a lot of people don't want the slack that comes with it, like me. They like I knew that once I put myself out there for James and fight for him, the trolls and the abuse is going to be overwhelming, and not many people want that. They don't want that on their names, so people don't fight for people like they're supposed to because they worry more about themselves than Jules. If you're a prison wife, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to. I don't know. You asked the question. Darling, respectfully now, show your face and I'll respect what you have to say. Respectfully. Thank you, darling. but like I was saying, it's the truth. Nobody wants to associate themselves to death row inmates. Like it's not even. It doesn't even cost that much. If you have a good legal team, I'll be honest with you. If you have a good legal team, then it won't cost you barely anything. But a lot. Do you know, let me tell you something. How many people I can count a list of people that have been in James's life, whether it was an ex-girlfriend, whether it was family members, whether it was pen pals, whether it was friends. I can give you a whole list. Nobody was willing to fight for him and make noise. They would do some things here and some things there and some things here, like do leaflets or do this or do that. Nobody was willing to associate their name to him publicly. And they knew him longer than I did. And then when I jumped in when I got into his life and I started, pardon me, and I started speaking publicly, do you know how many people attacked me? Why do you think it was only me in that room and his lawyer? Why? Why did James just choose me and his lawyer to be in that room? Because all of a sudden, everybody started attacking me for being, and then everybody started claiming that I was doing it for fame. What is there to be? Somebody tell me, what benefit is it to me be famous over a death penalty case? What benefit is there for me? There's nothing but trolls. Trolls. What have I gained? I just lost my husband. That's all I lost. I lost more than I gained. So what is there to be famous about? I wish I was famous for a good thing, something I don't even know. Like I don't even know if I was gonna be, if I was fame hungry, I wish it was for something better, for saving my husband from the death penalty, for exonerating him, for positive stuff. Did the governor speak out about it? No. I spoke to him. I showed up a screenshot earlier that I spoke to the governor. Oh, did they? Oh, was it good or bad in the Joe Budden podcast? James used to listen to their podcast all the time. Oh my God, I wish I knew that. James would have been so happy. He used to listen to that podcast all the time. Yeah, I saved a lot of his recordings. I have so many recordings that I need to release of him. He did a lot of recordings for the people to hear. No, I haven't. The road less traveled. I might get. Let me. Oh, that's so annoying, Kathy. My husband loved me. There is no man in this earth that can walk this earth and love me the way James Broadnax loved me. No one in this earth. That's why I will never remarry, never give my life to anybody. Nobody. Nobody can ever take my husband's life, place, life, anything. Like, honestly, that man, there will be no one in this earth that will take my love for him that exists. My husband was obsessed. What was my favorite thing about James? His humor. He was my favorite thing. He was the favorite thing. But if I was to pick one thing, it was his humor. He was the funniest person in this earth. Obviously, the way he loved me and all of that, but it's like he was the favorite thing. But Yeah, his humor. James used to make me laugh all the time. Ja- He used to have me rolling. And see the way I'm Petiana and the way I have quick comebacks. James used to have just as. If you know me, James and I were twins. We had same personalities, same loyalty, same everything. 2 years. We were together for two. Baby girl, you're hurting your leg. Get down. Get down. You're hurting your leg. Oh, I just wish we had longer time to create memories. I just wish we had more memories to create. Just po ski, seki chatsen, chipotuchki mafu, seki, ochuchan, ski, seki, yo, seki. Me pas pas för faston på ski, seki. Köra med veten. Nalt kshure, o chu o lo steri cash pos as flok n truski, oi meriti prevete, as flok no king crew. When you, let me tell you something, big man, when you go and get your hair transplant, and hopefully it's successful because you're balding, you have no hairline. There's no, if there was a hairline, I would speak, but you have none. It's gone. It's disappeared. It's left you. It's left the train station. Will you ever release any recordings? Yes, I will. But like, you ain't about it. You ain't about that life. Thank you. He is. You know he is. Will you date again? No. I feel sorry if I have. Let me tell you something. If I ever dated again, that man, bless his soul, he would be so bored of me. I swear to God. Like, I can promise you that guy will just get up and be like, "You pay the bill, sis," because you call James to pay the bill. Because I would just be speaking about James. I don't know. Can you feel somebody's presence when they pass? I don't really know about that kind of stuff. Thank you. They're like two kids fighting over toys. They always fight. I've seen. What was it about James's case? The racial disparities. It was the racism in his case. Because that was what my dissertation was about. The racism in his case. Oh, they heard your voice. She an American in California. What would I say about James's love about me? Unconditional, never ending. Even in times of anger and being pissed off at me, never disrespected me. Just his love was, it's undescribable. It was the kind of love where you knew it was always reassuring. He never held back his emotions. He was my marshmallow. He was gooey and marshmallow when it came to me. He never stopped expressing his love. He was consistent. He was attentiveness. His attentiveness was beyond measure and level. Like, I'll explain this to you. So we will be on the phone every single day from 2:30 to 8 p.m. We'll be on the phone consistently for those 6 hours, right? But in the times that he couldn't be on the phone to me, he would always make sure I would get a message to tell me he's thinking of me or whatever. He was easy to submit to. You know, when the Bible says submit to your husbands, he was the easiest person to submit to because he made it worth it. He made it he made it available to be submitted to. He knew me like the back of his hands, and I knew him like the back of my hands. We had, so he hasn't officially been declared wrongfully convicted. We're working onto that, but he was factually innocent. Yes. You're welcome. I need to get off because I've been in here long enough. And everybody's listened to my rant. Thank you. Thank you, Kels. What's he doing? Huh? I think she's not happy with the way she's been treated. She's protesting right now. She's protesting. Thank you, guys. I'm at and the puppy eyes. She's throwing a tantrum. She's not happy right now. She is pissed. Thank you. I met James when I was doing my when I was doing my master's degree in international human rights law, and I contacted him because my paper was on racial disparities. The what? Oh no, his cousin hasn't spoken since. I never got a grade because they eventually didn't let me to do racial disparities on the death penalty. Of course, of course, we did think about it. We wanted 3 kids. We wanted 3 kids. Yeah, yeah, Darian. I would. I would allow him to, but I would have nothing to say. I'm that kind of person. If I have nothing to say, I'll just stare at you. James used to say something. James used to say this thing which was, I don't need to explain myself to somebody who already knows the story. Oh yeah, James wanted to leave Texas yesterday. Yeah. James used to always say there's no point explaining the story to the people that know the story. And that's how I would be with Demarius. I would just sit there and watch. Like I would sit there and listen to him. But there's no point in me telling him something he already knows. Yes, what's understood doesn't need to be explained 100%. And James was so big on that. I wish he would have spoke up sooner as well. If he had spoken up before the execution date, James would have had a retrial 100%. I wear black anyways. I wear black all the time. I guess it just fits for the grieving. But yeah, in Kosovo, you do wear black when you're grieving. Don't do that to my girl. Yes, the juror did speak. Elaine Clements, she spoke up. She actually spoke up on CBS, I believe, and she spoke up on Dr. Phil. If you go on Dr. Phil podcasts, you'll see the juror speak up. I contacted him because I was doing my master's on international human rights law, and my paper was on racial disparities in Texas death row. Am I going to be single now? I forever. I am not single. I am still legally married to my husband who has passed. So no, I will not be single forever. I will be a widowed wife forever. Yes. What do I like to do? Enjoy life. If I can do that now. I like to I'm a tennis player, I'm a paddle player. I'm I love food. Everyone knows that. Whoever been on that live, everybody knows I'm a big foodie. I'm 31, Bex. 31, I'm about to be 32. Did you used to date roadmen? What's a roadman? Birthday's in August. I'm a coffee person. I'm a caramel latte person. I'm a caramel latte person. I do cook. No, no. The school didn't let me admit it. Soul food. I love soul food. But I love food in general. I know, I wish I could have met you too. I love home cooked soul food. Like that that meat fall off the bone. Yes, I can speak Albanian. Yeah, crawfish. Can judicial systems that occasionally misjudge innocence truly justify executing individuals? Yes. They call it procedurally barred or abuse of writ. I love me some cornbread. Don't get honey cornbread. Greens. Oh, I'm definitely gonna look at the Mars case. Cornbread, greens, ribs, seafood boil. What else? Grits, grits. Sorry, sorry. New Orleans. I've been wanting to go to New Orleans. I only went as far as why did that just come up my mind? I've been to Louisiana, but I went to where's that that hood? I forgot what hood in Louisiana I went to. Hot water cornbread, biscuits and grape. Where was Louisiana? Where did I go? Louisiana. That hood. The hood. What was it called? No, not Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is actually good. Why did it just go off my mind? Why did it just come? No, 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 not Baton Rouge. No, 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 no. It's literally at like there's Texarkana and it's like 1 hour drive from Texarkana and Louisiana. I've got photos of it. No, let me. I need to give me that phone, please. Hold on, let me find it. Shreveport. There we go. Shreveport. Shreveport. Shreveport, Louisiana. See, you guys know. Shreveport, Louisiana. Spent a good time there. I know Shreveport, Louisiana like the back of my hand. Shreveport not soft, honey. Somebody tell people what Shreveport is about. Somebody tell what Shreveport is about. I can cook Albanian food. I can cook sarma, dolma. I can cook baklava. I can cook pita. I can cook. Should the families of the victims have a say in whether no, no, because the death penalty is a legal procedure, not an emotional procedure. The law is above everything. So no, I can cook you anything. I can make flea from scratch, massage. Jo već to technology teorie, ja. Can make anything Albanian. I'm a cook. I just pretend I don't know how to cook. Make a video on what? I can try. I can try. I don't. I'm in the middle of moving right now, so when I move and settle in my new apartment, then I will definitely start recording. Oh yeah. Will there be a documentary? Maybe. Chicago food. Do you know what I love in Chicago? I love the popcorn. Why is my mind so blank? I swear to God, since this incident, my mind is so bad. GA food, honey, don't get me started. Do not get me started on JA food. Don't get me started. I can actually cook it. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Mm-mm. Red bean stew. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. What measures can be taken to prevent wrongful convictions? Fair trials. Food is just incredible. I'm surprised I'm a size 0 because food is incredible. Chili and cornbread, guys, you are making me hungry, man. Seriously. How do we always end up on a food conversation on live? Cornbread. Can I have me some cornbread? I need me some hot water cornbread. Give me some grits with shrimp. Fish and spaghetti. Oh. No, they're naturally like that. I don't use no serum. Lacey, don't start with me, please, because I will knock on your door, honey. Just for hot water cornbread. I will fully. Just, may I please have some more? Like Oliver Twist. Honestly, I will come to your mother's house and be like, may I please have some more? I promise you. I'm not even exaggerating. I love ribs as well. Do you know what's that? Oh, when the ribs are pretty much blackened. Yeah, like all the top is just yeah. Oh, I will definitely listen. Do you know what's so interesting is that throughout the case and throughout the last 2 years, I lost my appetite from stressed. Yeah, charred ribs. I lost my appetite, and now all of a sudden my appetite's coming back, and it's weird because I haven't had an appetite in years. And my appetite's coming back now, and I get upset sometimes because I'm like, why wasn't this appetite before? I feel guilty to have an appetite, if that makes sense. I'm coming back to Texas. I swear. Look at her. She's such a. Look at her. I wish I could take a picture of her. Her tongue's just wagging out. What do you guys want me to do? I miss LA. I miss coming to LA. Do you know what's so crazy? I've been to so many states in America, from west, east, south, and north. Like, I've been so many states in America. When I came to Texas, when I came to the South, I was like, I've been living in the wrong place all my life. I've always been a Southern girl. I must have had a Southern. I must have been a Southern girl back in the day, in my last life. 100%, Lacey. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna follow you. Thank you, my darling. I truly believe I'm a Southern belle. Even James's accent, what? I've gone. No, I never did the Leo. No. I've heard Wisconsin has different cheese, and I love cheese. Do you know what? The only place I ain't been to is Atlanta, and my sister, well, James's sister lives in Atlanta. You know what, guys? I think I might have to grab a car and just start driving from state to state. That's what I'm gonna do. Get an RV out, RV, and just oh, that guy's always on a mission, you know. Mhm. And then look at her. She's just like, give me some loving. Thank you. A big fit. Oh, that's a nice, good birthday. I should definitely. Oh yeah, guys, I cut my hair short. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys, I cut my hair short. I had a mini Britney Spears. I just didn't shave my head off. No, I will never get married again. I'm always gonna be a Broadnax, honestly. I'm not in Texas. I will always be Mrs. Broadnax. There is no way. I am Mrs. Broadnax. Hi, I'm Mrs. Broadnax. Yes, I have eaten today. Yeah, I have eaten today. No, Broadnax. He was Cherokee. Guys, I never knew this actually. He was Cherokee. I only learned about what Cherokee is when I met James. I didn't even know Cherokee existed. I was Mrs. Broadnax for like a month and now for the rest of my life. How about that? Someone said you was only Mrs. Broadnax for a month. And now I am until my last breath. So what now? What? Someone said you was only Mrs. Broadnax for a month. Still am. And nobody can take that away from me. Did you guys realize that I am the last and only love of James? He died loving me. I'm his last love and only love. No. If I let me tell you something. Yeah, he was Native American Cherokee. Yeah. If I tell you something, yeah. Um, would I not start dating? What was that dating question again? Would you not try? No, trying someone new. No, that person will hate me. Everything will be James, 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 James. Like, and I could never kiss anyone else. He worried about me so much. He worried. His last words, I love you, Queen, don't give up. I love you, Queen, don't give up. Don't. And then he died. Huh? What? Oh. Hmm? My boo. Yeah, I was Queen Emmy. Queen Emmy. Joanna. That was James. Johnny. And Joanna. Of course, he was scared. He was terrified. I kept everything. I have everything from his ashes to everything. I even have the rights. I even have his name rights. You can go, darling. Go. Go. Do you have a long sleeve? Or actually, wear some bottoms. Long bottoms, please, because it's getting cold. Go have some fun. It means that nobody can. He had 4 Bibles. 4. Yeah. He had 2 study Bibles and 2 normal Bibles. Yes, I have started therapy. You are staying with me, love. Do you guys really want me to stop Bible study? I could. I feel like because I'm. No, we're not gonna cry. You staying with me. We're not gonna cry now. Come on, sit down. You need to sit down. I know, but you can't because your leg hurts. I'm not even gonna lie, guys, yeah? Do you know how many people have lied about being CEOs and being around him? Like it's wild. That's another thing that I'm speaking to a dog. Um what's up? Oh, that's fine, just give it. No, you shouldn't have let her out. Never mind. Um yeah. Do you know how many people like CEOs have lied that she's met him and yes. like so many CEOs have met, like even to the point that one CEO lied and said that how my husband used to call other CEOs boss man, pardon me, boss man and boss lady. My husband has never used that word before. And do you know how I know he never used that word before? Because I remember I called him boss man once and he was like, what the heck is that? So when people were like loads of CEOs have lied that they've met him. They probably have seen him, but they've definitely not met him. It's a lie. Correctional officer. Like it's scary how many women have come up like, oh, I used to be a CEO and I used to see him at the cells, he was such a lovely guy. Like, yeah, I know everywhere it says he was a nice guy. No, his mother wasn't there. I did a lot of women contact him. So many women contacted me and contacted him. Oh yes, honey. Let me not start that because drama will start. Cię birtikuję, a your job. Thank you. Oh, you come here. You come and spend time with me, little one. Tfala edhe ty, Mitrovic. Nuk e di valla. Asone nuk e di kush ka bllokuar. Yeah, I always knew. I always knew because these women used to use that against me. Are you going to cash in this situation? Disgusting. How so? Am I going to cash into that situation? You tell me. Disgusting. Oh my god, I'm going to cash off a last name that I own. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Some people are too worried about my finances, you know. Someone asked me once before, did your husband leave you any money? No, he didn't. And shame on him. How dare he leave this earth and leave me with no money? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Are you guys gonna be my accountants? I'm confused. How dare my husband? How dare he leave this earth to go be with Jesus and not leave me money? Shame on you, James Broadnax. Thank you, Eddie. I swear to God, you know, for all Addy, yeah, for all those people who are so worried about my finances, instead of being worried about finances, how about you guys come and give some finances? Since you're so worried about my finances and worried about if I'm broke or not, why don't you help? Why don't you aid? How about you pay for my ticket to Texas? I can send you the tickets. Yes, I have a great support system, honestly. What was James' favorite food and snack and drink? James's favorite food was enchiladas. His favorite snack was jack beef jerky. Absolutely everything for him. And he loved peach cobbler, yes. And then also his favorite drink was Powerade, the blue one. Beef jerky was his damn thing. That was his last thing that he asked me to buy him. Shit, how much is my tech? For me and my daughter to come to Texas right now is £2,000, which is about $2,500. Do inmates ever get treated to nice food? Only if the only time, just talk on the phone. Only time that they get nice food is, okay, honey, teriyaki or just original. Only time. What was I saying? Oh, the nicest food. The only time that inmates actually get nice food, like in death row, is unless like volunteers would come from churches and they would bring them like Popeyes, or they would bring them pizza, or like for example, if I was to order him food, they don't get a last meal. No, not in Texas. In other states they do, but in Texas they stopped doing the last meal. Thank you so much, Benedette. What did he do all how did you guys getting married in jail work? I'll answer that in 2 seconds, Jamie. What did he do in the cells all day? Um Miss Rose Gold, is there a particular reason you want me to call you? Sorry, honey, because it's just yes. That says James in his handwriting, and then I've got more that I'm doing. Um what he do is in his cell all day. E ka njoft Shqipërinë, ka ditë me full Shqip, he knew everything. Yes. What was I gonna? I forgot, man. I'm losing it now. I'll be honest with you. I always made sure my husband was good. I worked and made enough to be able to know that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we would call every single day. So in the mornings, James would wake up extra early to train. If he had rec, he'll be out to train and to play chess and whatever. He loved Dungeons and Dragons and he loved playing games. And then he read. He always had one book to read every day. Because he would tell me to order him books. And then from 2 o'clock, oh, thank you, honey. Okay, I'll call you. Then from 2 o'clock to 8 p.m., he'll be on the phone to me. And then from 8 p.m. up until the next day, till the next day, till he'll call me, he would study his case, he would study case law, he would watch a movie, he would read a Bible, he would watch a sermon, he would write me a letter, write people he's replying to. He will eat his dinner. So he would make his dinner whilst he was on the phone to me. And then obviously when he would get off the phone, he would eat. Because he felt like it was rude he always used to say, I find it rude to clap my lips when I'm eating on the phone. What else? He speak to other inmates. He would mentor other inmates. So he would mentor people around him, speak to the chaplain. He kept busy. James didn't like being bored. One thing about James, he hated being bored. He wanted to make sure there was something going on with his day every day. He was the kind of soul. How did you get married? So originally we were supposed to get married in December. We were supposed to get married in December and they were playing us about. And obviously I really didn't know the system. I didn't realize that. Now when I think about it, I could have got married in February when I went there for the second time, but we messed it up. So yeah. So we were supposed to get married in December. It didn't happen. And then obviously on the day you get an officiant and then the officiant will officiate your wedding. And I got to spend time with him for 45 minutes. It was a lot of crying, a lot of vows. How often could you do person visits? Once a week. And then once a month we were able to do special visit, which was to Tuesday and Thursday the same week. I used to love it when we used to get close to the special visit because, like, for example, I would book if it like the special visit is just pretty much 4 hours instead of 2 hours, 2 days in a week within the week. But yeah, so as I was saying, we used to. I used to spend up to 3 months in Texas. I spent so much time in Texas, so much time in Texas. I swear to you, that's how I even gained the accent. No, I wasn't able to touch him even on a special visit. They wouldn't let us. But I love special visits because the week before the special visit, I will either see him on the Saturday or the Thursday. Then I'll see him on the Tuesday. Then I'll see him on the Thursday, and then I'll see him on the Tuesday again. So I literally saw him every other day, and it used to be incredible. We were together for 2 years, engaged 1 year. 6 months after I started speaking to him. Oh, what? I always dressed up, but James liked me dressing up because I always dress up my style was classy and modest. So for him, I always wear heels. So he loved that. I always dressed up for my husband all the time without a fail. That's the only time he sees me. So why I would always dress up for him. Yeah, no, I met him before we were engaged. I met him way before. We met because this is how we met. I finished my law degree And then nuk jom rritur me familjen tem, unë jom rritur unë jam jetim. I yeah, so I finished my law school and then I went to do my master's and I decided to do my paper. Originally, I wanted to specialize on death row. I wanted to even go as far as getting my PhD on racial disparities in death row, right? And when I went to do my master's, I decided to do my paper on that. And I wanted to make my paper be more realistic, more like people to really understand racism in death row. And when I did do that, I contacted James, and that's how we went from there. And I thought I was contacting somebody that I would never ever fall in love with. That, like, when I saw his picture, I thought he was some Hispanic uncle. Thank you, EJ. He wrote to me back straight away. He thought I was a catfish. He thought I was a catfish. When I sent him photos of the first time, he thought I was a catfish. How did I decide on James's case? So I knew I started liking him like a couple months later. James is not Hispanic. He could speak Spanish, but he was not Hispanic. Um, yes, baby, I know, but your leg hurts. You can't go for a walk. Um, thank you. Guys, do you know how I found out? I realized I liked him. I will never forget this day. I think it was about 3 months after him and I speaking. We spoke every single day, right? Am I single? I don't know. Ask my husband in his grave. And I remember I dropped off. I did my school runs, and I remember I'm walking home from doing school run, and I said to myself, and I kept checking to see if I received messages from him. I'm 31. I kept checking, and I remember I stopped him in the road, and I was like, "Do I like this person? Am I actually like? Why am I behaving like this? What's going on?" Like, I remember I had to give myself a little reality check. Like, are you falling for him? And I like the idea of it being yes. And he never knew. I never told him. And then, yeah, he confessed. He confessed to me. When I say he confessed before somebody runs with it, I meant he confessed that he loved me. Oh, baby, I know you're upset. You just need to get your leg better. Yeah, don't give me them puppy eyes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you. Boy, my husband could speak my native language. He understood it. He spoke it. He even cussed me out in Albanian when he would be pissed off at me. Pronunciation was AA. Baby girl, the streets are cold. What we do fight about? We would fight over case law. Or we would fight over debates about things like James and we would just debate. Like, we would debate over topics. Because we were so similar, we had to find. Did you know Albanian prize? No, I taught him. James, James and we were so similar, so we really didn't have much to argue about life. So we would have debate days and we would debate over that. I think the biggest arguments we've ever had was about his case. Like, James and I was so similar. We were so similar. We had nothing. Like, if we didn't have debates, I promise you, we would not argue for like weeks. Weeks on it, there would be nothing to argue about. Did you guys ever have problems with prison listening in? No. No. No, because I feel like they were more entertained listening to us. I can tell you that they were more entertained listening to us. Thank you. They were consistently entertained listening to our stupidness. Yes. Oh my, James's banter was out of this world. Like he was hilarious. Yeah, I was there when he passed. Guys, you don't understand. James used to be hilarious. Like I thought I had a good sense of humor, but that man, no. What could they use against us? There was nothing to use against the fact that he called me a big forehead. And I called him I said to him that his head grew into his body because he had a bigger head than his body when he was younger. Who's Mackenzie? James and I just cussed each other out. Oh, I told him, listen, the day I pass, you better wait for me at the gates. Like you better run through and I want to see your big back. Yeah, your big back at the gates with your arms wide open. I was gonna cuss him the way I used to cuss him, but I can't say it on here. I used to tell my husband, yeah, yeah, I always listen to his voice recordings. Like the day I die, the first thing I'm gonna do is run to find my husband. Like my granddad, all these people that want to say hi to me. Yeah, I'll say hi to you later, please. I need my husband. Yeah, I did buy him an outfit. Yeah. Is it weird that I still speak to him? Like there are days where I'm just like, I love you, I miss you. Guys, you're not making me cry. I have not cried today. I'm not crying today. I never knew the outcome because nobody knows the outcome until his last breath. I will marry him 100 days over, 100 times over. I will do this fight with him again and again and again and again. Du vet complete. Would I ever do this again with him? I will do it 500 times again with him. And hi, baby. You're so pretty. Was James a jealous man? No. I didn't give him an option to be jealous. I didn't give him a chance. I saw him once in my dreams, only once. But yeah, I never gave him an opportunity to be jealous, and he never gave me an opportunity to doubt him. You know, it's interesting. Let me tell you this, yeah. The transparency in our relationship was beyond, like beyond. I've never had a relationship whether it be, yeah, we did do wedding photos, whether it be good, whether it be bad. The transparency with my husband was beyond levels I've never experienced. Oh, okay. Like genuinely, like it was a situation. I'll show you a wedding photo of ours actually. Let me put it. I usually put it up, but 2 seconds, my love. 2 seconds. Let me put up the photo of us on the wedding day. There's my baby cakes. You can't see me there, but my handsome boy. Du me luftu për vërtetën edhe gjali tezës është, nuk është i miqës, gjali tezës është në borg përjashëm tash. Thank you. No, my husband knew. My husband knew I was too in love with him. He knew I loved him. And the thing is, with my husband, I was always open to him. So he always knew if a guy like approached me, I would always tell him, or if a guy messaged me, or he was definitely handsome. My husband was handsome. I was always open. We had that transparency. Like if like yeah, we always had that transparency with my husband. We always spoke about everything. Even the times where I would find it hard that I couldn't be with him, physically and stuff like that, I would always we would always speak about it. We were very, very transparent, no matter what it meant, because transparency is what allows your relationship to be stronger. And if you're mature enough, emotionally mature enough, you can have those conversations and feel safe. Like the best, honestly, me and my husband can speak about anything. Yeah, we had some other photos, but I don't share the other photos. It's pretty much him and I blowing kisses to each other. Will I remarry? No. This is the only man that's got that's given me his last name, and I'm gonna keep his last name for the rest of my days. He will always be my husband. How can I find something better than this? This doesn't exist. Not in my eyes. I miss his face. Look at him. Thank you. Boyfriends? No. There'll be no future boyfriends. The damn boyfriend will hate me. That's okay, Jolene. That's okay. Thank you. He was, still is. Get him. No wrinkles in that boy. Mm-mm. Yeah, I've got so many voice recordings. I've even posted it up on my TikTok. I'm 31. Thank you. Thank you, my love. 2 years. We were together for 2 years. Yeah, there was the glass. You can see the glass. Thank you, Angelica. No, we didn't. Death row inmates weren't allowed to video visit. No, he was 6 years older than me. Yeah, he's got a baby face. He was 6 years older than me. My sugar daddy. I'm joking, guys. Please stop it. Don't. That glass, no. Nothing could have stopped. See this glass, this double glazed bulletproof glass could have never stopped anything. Thank you. I was joking. I was joking. No. How nervous were you when you first met in person? Super. We were both so nervous, but we just smiled at each other. Oh, here we go. Manda. All they did was carry out the full sentence. Okay. I hope you don't get a sentence. Yeah. It's Georgia Rose, it's interesting because we both used to say like the best thing for us is that we always lived knowing that we experienced love for the first time. And I'm so happy that my husband felt loved and he felt what true love looks like and that he can be loved and that he was worthy of love. Not just first from God and then from me. I'm so happy and blessed to know that my husband. I know I'm sick. I'm sick in love to my husband. That's right. You are right. I am sick. I am sick in love. Yep. I got to physically touch him when he passed away. Hmm? I will always be my husband's first and only love. Are you gonna be okay? She cried and cried and cried, huh? Yeah, I can see that. I'm glad you had a good time, babe. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Ramona. James was James was incredible. I don't know. Thank you, Sarah. I didn't understand D&D. I don't understand it. Thank you, Josh. I never understand D&D. I will never understand D&D. That man was a D&D genius. But that's like the DR game. D&D is the DR game. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure, if you're okay. Dungeons and Dragons, yeah. I will never understand Dungeons and Dragons, but the Dungeons and Dragons is a Texas death row game. Yes, I've got everything of his. James said I love you first. What? People don't understand. See this person here? He was the biggest nerd you could have met in his whole entire life. He was a nerd. This was a quantum physics genius. This guy could, he was into quantum physics, sciences, maths. He was a walking calculator. Um, he was a genius. I used to call him Wikipedia. Yes, Isabella. Thank you. No, he was never tested. So Texas death row, because they want you dead. They just don't see a point of you ever getting a GED or education because you're supposed to be dying. But he did still take. I've got all his certificates. I've got all his certificates and like all the lessons that he took. He took history classes. He took loads of stuff because he was preparing that if he ever comes out, if God willed it for him to come out, he would take his GED, and then he wanted to go to college. He was into history as well. Big historian guy. Um, James didn't want his mum to have his belongings. Thank you, Tiffany. God bless you. His dream job was to be an architect. That was his dream job. Am I single? Ask him. Architecture. But he wanted to do architecture, and then he wanted to be in government contracting. Yeah. Oh yeah? I have. I love your history library. It's the best. I need to when I come back, I need to like at least read the majority of the books there. Definitely in architecture. He was super interested in government contracting. If you ask me what that is, I don't know. He explained it to me about 5 times. Bless his. No, he was not part Asian. He was Native American Cherokee and white. His African American side were Native American Cherokee. Yeah. That's another thing I learned. I didn't know about Cherokee, Native American Cherokees. 100%. Earlier, if right at the beginning of this podcast, this live, I showed a lot of evidence to show that he was. I knew him for 2 years. Maya, just focus, please. Leave them. I miss my husband. He got executed. My husband was executed. Thank you. Thank you. I just can't believe he's gone. I miss his voice. Can you believe it? 4 weeks today. I haven't heard his voice for 4 weeks. It's the longest since we've been together. Yes, I'm still going to try and change the verdict. I haven't heard his voice in 4 weeks. The last time I heard his voice was April 30th at 4:21 p.m. up until 5 p.m. Well, on the phone. And then I heard his voice in the execution chamber, the death chamber. How many times did you guys talk all day? We spoke from 2:30 p.m. till 8 p.m. every single day. Yeah, I did. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Rachel. He was terrified. He was, guys, let me tell you something that a lot of people don't know, yeah? Do you know guys that have actually committed the crime and obviously they're waiting? Thank you, Steph. And they're waiting for the execution days, right? I've heard them myself because they would tell James, like, they would just tell him, listen, I will see you on the other side. Like, they wouldn't be scared. They probably have a little bit of fear, but they've just accepted it and was like, listen, I'm dying because I've done what I've done and this is my fate. What's the guy's name before James that got executed? I can't remember it now on the top of my head. Literally, I forgot the guy that was executed before James. What was his name? Busby was after, and then there was a guy, yeah. And there was a guy that was before him that was being executed. And I remember James was talking to him whilst he was on the phone to me. And he was just like, bro, I'll see you on the other side. Like, it is what it is. But the guys that have not committed these crimes and they're wrongfully convicted, you know it, because they cry and they get scared, and literally they will start saying, I haven't done it, like I have not done this, and they're trying to, like, you know, the difference between the guys that have done it and they're just like they give a tub of ice cream to the next person that is next to them. That's the tradition. They give a tub of ice cream to the person that's next to them on death watch, and they're just like, see you on the other side. Not Charles Thompson. James actually spoke to Charles Thompson when he was on the phone to me once. Even Charles Thompson was like, yeah, I done it. Yeah, Cedric Ricks. I will never forget Cedric Ricks, right? He spoke to James and he kept telling James, I've got 2 weeks left. I've got 2 weeks left. Like, bro, I'm out. Like, I'm going. And he gave James a tub of ice cream because James was next. And that really, really affected James's mood, because I got so angry at Cedric. Like, bro, stop trying to like Cedric wanted everybody in the room, everybody to feel that he was dying. And yeah, Cedric was just like, I'm out. Like, see you on the other side. Charles Thompson as well. He was just like, I'm out. See you on the other. Cedric Ricks, I can't remember what he did. I genuinely can't. I think, I don't know. It's a tradition. Like, they get a tub of ice cream from like the commissary, and yeah, they just celebrate the last day and they give a tub of ice cream to the next person. It's like a tradition in death row Texas. I never understood it. Whereas James never gave nobody a tub of ice cream, because he was like, I didn't do this, so I'm not sitting here crying for something like that I didn't do. James got so upset because they kept asking him for the tub of ice cream, and James was like, I'm not giving you nobody no tub of ice cream because I didn't do it. But it was so annoying because it's like, yeah, I understand where they were coming from in that idea of like, yeah, I've done it and I'm out. I'll see you on the other side. But what was our comment the day of execution? A lot of crying, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of love, a lot of, yeah. Like, he kept crying to me and saying, baby, I didn't do this, baby, I did. And I'm like, I know you didn't. I'm still fighting. I kept apologizing to him that I felt like I didn't do enough. He kept saying, baby, I'm scared. Like, I never realized that I could be loved. I never realized that people could be, could be fighting for me. Like, baby, like, yeah, it was just a lot. Like, it was a lot. He was like, I'm scared, baby. I didn't do this. I'm not ready to die. Like, I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you. I'm worried about you. Like, please, it made me promise that I wouldn't do anything stupid. Just a lot of crying and yeah. We made some promises. No, they don't. They don't do autopsies on death row inmates. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, there was just a lot of crying. Was his cause of death still finalized as murder? Okay, let me tell you what it looks like. The day on the, I'm bringing back the palm. 2 seconds. Let me. There you go. No, because they see it as a legal homicide. So what they will do is, yeah, so I thought no. So what they will do is they will put it down as homicide, and at the bottom they will say it's court ordered by lethal injection. But it would always be put down as homicide, and then at the bottom now they put down as court ordered by lethal injection. So homicide by lethal injection, court ordered like court ordered homicide by lethal injection. Oh, Demeter, honey, why do you think I'm on live at this time? Because it's the time I would be on the phone to him. Not really. Do you know the people? I think anyone who's about to be, not really, not really. There are guys that just don't. They just accept it because obviously they say I've done it and this is my fate. Hey, Sarai. The fact that you're back, that shows me I've been on here for way too long and I need to go to get off. Thank you. He was terrified. Do you guys want to see? Let me show you a picture of James and I the day of execution. And you guys, so a lot of people saw how James and I looked 2 weeks prior when we got married, right? You guys saw that. Let me show you how we looked like 2 weeks later. This was James and I on the day of execution. This is how much the execution coming up had finished us. Oh, thank you. This is how much the execution had drained us physically. This was literally probably about 5 or 6 hours from his execution. Shame I'm still here. Shame you come back. What's funny? No. Oh, sorry. This visit was from 8 till 12 in the morning. Yes. I had unlimited visits with him for the last few days. So let me show you, right? Obviously, everyone knows it was 16 days between. It was 16 days between our marriage to the execution day, right? So I will show you on the day of execution, on the 16 days before, how we looked. So 16 days before, 16 days before, this is how we looked, right? This was April 14th. This was April 14th when we got married. You can see us. April 14th. Yes, we were tired. Yes, we were stressed. He was incarcerated for 17 years. But you can say this was 16 days before the execution. You can see his face. You can see my face. Yes, we were tired. Yes, it was tiring. What made us get married? Love. This was us, right? 16 days before. This was 16 days after. No, us getting married, no, not stopped anything. That was 16 days. What 2 weeks did to us? The officers were against him being executed. She looks what? My guy, from the minute you say I stay busy, you ain't about that life. Stop talking. Um, yes, um, officers were writing to the parole board, and yet don't fall in love with somebody that goes on fake and is a catfish and is literally a fraud. Here we go. The guy that says H with a number four, you ain't about that life either, brother. You're driving your mother's Mercedes. Be quiet. We know that Pip got your mother that Mercedes. Don't come for me. You ain't about that life. Oh, yeah, I know. Do you know what? I'm on it today. This is the thing, right? I'm on it today. You guys can see my comebacks are very quick. Don't act like that disability didn't get your mother's a Mercedes. Be quiet. Mm-mm. You better focus before the benefit fraudsters don't come after you. Thank you. Thank you, Arthur. I know I've been on here all day. He was 37 when he passed. One thing about Albanian men that come attack me, they can't say nothing. They can't say nothing because I know my people. I know them so well. I promise you, I know my people too well. I can come after you. Thank you, honey. No, I will never move on. Flavors by elbow. Yeah, one thing about the Albanian men, don't come for me. Because I will come for you and I'll make sure that your granddad knows about it too. Why did we have such a hard time about getting married? I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. They would keep his they kept asking him, "Are you sure?" The ladies, it was a lady. She was just like, she was consistently asking him. We were together for 2 years. She would ask him, "Are you sure you want to get married? Why do you want to get married?" James would be like, "Just, that's none of your business. Your job is to do the paperwork. Just let us get married." And she'll be like, and then she would have the paperwork on her table for weeks. She would know I'm coming because obviously I would have to report to them that I'm coming to see him. And then literally they'll be like, "Oh, we haven't had no paperwork." And then as soon as I would leave, they will give him a paperwork and it will be dated from weeks before. Përshëndetje. Yeah. Is there only one way to execute inmate or are there multiple ways? So in Texas, you can only be executed by the lethal injection. In other states, they do use the firing squad and they use the nitrogen gas. So in some states, you can pick what execution you prefer. So did you write to him off a pen pal think, or did you research his case? I got in contact with him through writeaprisoner.com because of my research, and then yeah, we went from there. Voorsorgt arta 2202. Skapam dota jammu. Para art kombal. Yes, they took him to Huntsville. The chair is no longer humane, so they no longer have the electrical chair, and they believe that the lethal injection is humane, which it definitely isn't. No, I wasn't worried. And because they don't have the firing squad, is you have 3 correctional officers who volunteer to pew you straight in the heart, and you'll be strapped in a chair, and you have a bag on your head, and then you have 3. So obviously the pew will have a laser that will be directed straight into your heart, and then it will boom 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 3 times. Did you know? No, it wasn't, because he was still in the midst of appeals. And then the nitrogen gas is they strap you in a gurney like you are about to be executed by the lethal injection. They put a mask on you, so they put a head mask on you, and then they release the gas, and then you suffocate. Yes, I was there when he passed. So because obviously they can't access the lethal injection anymore as easy as they used to because it's illegal, they have opted in for other forms of execution. Okay. I by follow. Yes. I don't know how they justify it. I was on social media for him from earlier, but it only became big very later. Yes. Don't even mention his birthdays, because honestly, I don't even know. How long was it from the date being given to the date? So he was given the date on December 17th, 2025, and he was executed April 30th, 2026. No, you don't receive no compensation, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, regardless, he's passed. It's not bringing him back. Thank you. I do. I still do. You know, my last call on my call log is his call. Like, I delete everybody else's calls, so he can always be the last call on my call log. Yes, I was there. Yes, I started my therapy on Tuesday. And thank you. Not yet. They haven't declared him wrongfully convicted yet, no. Yeah, it's like the little things that help me. He didn't go peacefully, no. Go on my TikTok and you'll see how he passed. For a man, I don't know. Jolene, you were doing so well the last couple hours, honey. What happened, baby girl? What happened? What kind of possession is this? Do you know what's so crazy? You were so nice, Jolene. Super sweet. All this time, you were so nice. And now because there's been more people that keep coming here. Yes, the journalist did die, that he died peacefully. Yes. It's more easier to declare somebody wrongfully convicted after they pass than when they're alive. Yes, he was speaking to me. His last words were to me. Do you know what's so crazy about Jolene, yeah? Because I know Jolene's still on here. She will still be on here even though she's been blocked and muted. She was so nice. She was speaking so many nice words. And as soon as she started realizing that more people are coming on here, she started telling me about I don't know him. Thank you, Sarai. Jolene was so sweet and loving. But this is what happens. See these people, right? Have you not realized social media? They will befriend you. They will be nice to you as soon as they realize. Shkofle. Hi, Tishkofle. I don't know. Someone told me to just go to sleep. Why are you worried about my sleep? Go worry yours. But go to sleep. Really sadly, Arthur, you were lovely too. Don't step up now. Don't act up. Don't act up. Arthur. Prince Arthur. Behave yourself now. Have you practiced law since you did become an attorney or continue to go to school? I am planning to start practicing, yes. I am from Kosovo, but the Kosovans have told me I'm not allowed to say that anymore. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet, Gabriella. Thank you. Do you know what's so funny? Because of my comebacks and the way I am, right? They used to tell me that I will be like they used to tell me I'll be a great litigant. So I decided to be in litigation. Unfortunately, too good at arguing and comebacks. Thank you, Chanel. I'm way too good at arguing and interrogate. James used to call me prosecutor. James used to call me prosecutor. That was my nickname, one of my nicknames. Prosecutor. Because I'm good at interrogating. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was the only man that could put me in my place. That was the only man that could put me in my place. What? He used to call me prosecutor because he knew if you argued with me, I will come after you. I will come after you. We will come to the end of this silly argument and I will question you and question you and question you. Thank you. You couldn't lie to me. If you lied to me, I'll like, yeah, my nickname was prosecutor. I'm about to get off. Yes, I'm 31. I'm getting older. Getting older. I feel like this case made me feel like 500. I'm not even gonna lie. No, his cousin's on life without parole. This case made me feel, thank God for Botox, but even Botox is starting to wear out, honey. Like, look, my forehead's starting to create lips. Huh? No, his cousin's doing life without parole. Thank you. See my forehead? See these Karen peroxides? These little Republican wives? That's how my forehead, that's how their lips look like. My forehead here. For the same crime. No, I would never marry again. I'm not mad at him. He's not going to bring my husband back. My skincare routine, honestly, it's any soap and water to wash it. And that's a lie. I use Bioma glazing milk and CeraVe hydrating cream. That's it. That's literally it. And I just wash my face with whatever wet face wash I have at home. Thank you, honey. No, guys, actually, Jesus. What would you have done things differently if you came forward along? Would things have been different? Yes, 100%. James would have had a retrial. Yes. Yes. If they had given him life without parole, it's life without parole as long as he's alive. My eyes color is green. Grey green. I can't believe I'm doing this, guys. May I ask what he did? They accused him of capital murder. Thank you. Texas is a different. Honestly, Texas, I don't even know what La La Land they live in. Yes. Texas, I don't know what La La Land or what La La Land. I don't. They, honestly, I'm confused what book, what Bible they read. I'm confused what laws they read. Like, I tried to go in their little world and I got spat out. Did you not know what? Yes, there is a big difference between M and capital M. Massive. Well, not really massive, but there is. It's not even about the comp they had to pay. It was just about the fact that they didn't want to admit wrong. It's not even, listen, if they listen to the state laws, the death penalty would be very hard to prove. Very, very hard. That's why they create procedural rules. So if you look at a lot of the cases, the appeals answers will be you are procedurally barred, not legally barred, procedurally barred, or they say abuse of writ. So yeah, so it's not the state law. The state law was created to protect people. The state law in Texas is not bad. It's the procedures that they create in order to protect themselves against the state laws. How am I doing now? Ella, living. Whatever the day brings, living. Who? What K? What K? Carmelo. Carmelo's case. Yes, he is cremated. Oh, okay. He was in pain. He groaned when it first. You guys realize that the potassium in the lethal injection is meant to burn your veins. By the way. Yes, I got everything, guys. I have everything of my husband's. Everything. I even have the rights to his name. 2510, I think. Wow. One of our jurors, she spoke up as well. Thank you. That nobody can do anything when it comes to his name. Nobody can apply for anything under his name. Nobody can do a documentary under his name. Yes, I've eaten today. Yeah, I have everything. I have absolutely everything. Thank you for checking if I've eaten today. Yes, all his clothes still smell of him. I've packed them away in the suitcase so his smell can stay there. What does that mean? In Japan, they say if you dream, you twist in another spear. What does that mean? Do you know the word justice makes me so mad now? The word justice makes me so mad. The word justice makes me so mad because how can people use the word justice and not even know how to apply it, which is bewildering to me. You can't say justice and then not use it right what it really means. There's never justice means to be fair on both sides. Was I on the news? Ask everybody, was I on the news? Was I don't know. There's no justice when there's emotion. So yes, I was on this one. So this is what I'm gonna get tattooed. Hold on. These people, they love to lie on me. This is what I'm gonna get tattooed. Hold on. Let me see if I've still got it on here. This is what I'm gonna get tattooed. See the quote there? The top bit of the quote? My wounds don't feel the same like wounds. So yeah, that was the last letter he gave to me. Oh, okay. So so he sent me a last poem, which was my wounds. I can't even say it. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I've got his fingerprint. I've got his fingerprint. That's what I'm gonna tattoo with it, and then I'm gonna tattoo brought his last name under it that he signed himself. I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it right here. Yes, I physically touched him after he passed. So for the people that said you've never touched him, yes, I have. I have touched my husband. I was his last kiss. He's my last kiss. I wasn't able to do his hand statue because he was too stiff. Yeah. We were each other's last kiss. We were each other's last touch. We was each other's. Yeah. Last love. He's my last love. No, I wish we lived together. If me and let me tell you something, and let me myself very, very, very clear. And James said this to me as well. If James and I knew each other before he went in, before this madness happened, James Broadnax would not have ever tasted death row. I can promise you right now, if James Broadnax and I knew each other before, he would have never seen death row with his own two eyes, let alone a courtroom, let alone capital murder. I can promise you today. Yeah, we know. What? I would have knocked him out. I would have knocked him out. If he ever told me, let me tell you something, yeah? Yeah, he might have won his dance battles. That's what he would have been focused on, dance battles with me. Let me tell you something. If he ever had said to me, I'm going to meet Demarius, he would have, the whole neighborhood would have heard about it. I can promise you right now. If I had known James before he went in and he'd ever mentioned to me, I'm going to meet Demarius, I promise you, I would have driven high, low, and grabbed him by his ear, his little pin backed ears, and told him, get your ass back home right now. You have no business to be with that man. I don't care where he's going. I don't care what he's doing. Come and eat your nice warm food and get tucked in into bed, sir. 100%. 100%. That boy was in prison from the age of 12, 13 years old. He did this for a living. He did this for a living. My husband knew. Shit like that could have never run. He always used to say to me, I know that if we was outside together, you would have kept me in my place. Damaris came clean before James passed. No, Damaris did speak after the execution date was given. Do I think? Yes, James always took accountability. He took accountability for being there, but he never took accountability for ending life because he never ended no one's life. James always said it. I'll take accountability for the robbery. That's fine because I should have never been there. That's what James always said, but not for somebody's life ending. That's okay. Are we gonna do let's go back to the evidence, guys. Let's go back to the evidence before I leave, and then once I go, I go. God bless you all. Let me bring back the evidence. So I will bring up, this is the DNA for those that have not seen it. This is the DNA. Of course, James, let me tell you something. James felt so guilty that two people passed away in his presence because of his cousins. There we go. There's no picture of me and him kissing. That was an AI. People created an AI of him and I kissing. That is the DNA evidence, guys. Matthew is dead, honey. That is the DNA. I've got so much more to screenshot and show you guys, but that is the DNA, right? Who is Matthew? Matthew is the victim who passed. That is the DNA testings, right? No. Okay? That's one thing. Let me show you something. I showed earlier. This is Matthew's mother. Look what Matthew's mother said 9 years ago. Just got one death. The other one, whose idea was to go back and shoot the guys, is going to live out the rest of his life in general population. This is coming from the mother of Matthew Butler, who passed away. So she always knew that James never did it. Good night, Georgia Rose. I'm getting off in a second as well. So this is Teresa Butler. She is the mother of one of the victims. She's always known that James never did it. No, I don't speak to her, but she stalks me every day and does stupid stuff every day. No, she was an advocate to kill James. So that's the mother. She always knew that James never committed the crime, right? This is proof that Damaris did spend time in prison from the age of 13. I have called her out many times. So this guy here, look, in 2009, 2008, 2008, 29. Anyways, one of those years when they got arrested, they were both 19. Anyways, they were both 19 when they were both arrested, right? Demarius and James. He was in prison in 2003, in the early 2000s. This is Demarius. So it is true that Demarius had been in and out of prison from a young age. This is the reason why James took the blame. This is Teresa Butler's sister. This is what she will write to us. This is the stuff that her and her sister would send to me. Knowing that James never did it. Why did she say F him? Because, sorry, I don't know why it's shaking. Why did she say F him? Because when James was asked under the influence, what do you have to say to them? He said F him. Under the influence, by the way. This is why they executed him. Not because he did it, because they knew he never did it. This is why. They knew that James never did it. They only did it because they wouldn't let him do another interview. This is the thing, they wouldn't let him do another interview to actually prove that he never did it. They wouldn't let him. They shut his mouth. Let me put more stuff actually. Look at what she said. I will never get. I was asked by news reporters after the trial and sentencing of Broadnax if I would feel a sense of closure. No, and I will never. But I will feel a little better when this creep gets what he deserves, and sooner the better. And don't tell me that I need to forgive him. Go talk to him or try to help him. Whatever. I'm fine, not angry, and he doesn't occupy my thoughts. That's a lie because you've been obsessed with my husband for many years. You spoke about him every day. I just want this killer to get what is eventually coming his way. I just hate paying this bologna sandwiches every day so that he can sit up. He can sit up in his cozy little cell and write his rap music about his pathetic, crappy life. And yes, I hope he's given life to Jesus, but sincerely doubt it. Last we heard, he was playing badass and fighting the guards when we. That's a lie. That's a lie, by the way. She wants me to bring. She wants me to bring the proof on this. I can prove all of this is a lie. But see, she already says it. I will never get closure. I will never get closure. I just want to see him dead. This was from 2012. But now she's decided to hide everything. Because it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. They all they did was lie. They consistently lied to try and get. What else is there? What's this one? How can it be warranted if they don't use it correctly? That's my question. Sorry. How can it be warranted? That's my biggest problem. He never said it under oath, Sally. He never said it under oath. He was never put on the stand. He was not allowed to be put on the stand. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, she composed whatever she likes, Aaliyah. So I'm allowed to. I've lost a murder. My relative was murdered, so I can definitely speak as well. So I can speak as well because Matthew Butler was bipolar and a violent man. And also, she failed to mention that Matthew Butler also had a weapon in his possession as well. Did you know that, Ilya? Did you know that Matthew Butler, on the day of the situation happened, you know that both parties had weapons? Did you know that? Did you know that Matthew Butler had a weapon on him as well? No one, James was not even allowed to go on the stand. James was not even allowed to go on the stand to speak. So what under oath? You know, to be under oath, you have to raise your hand up or put your hand on the Bible and take the oath and say that I shall not lie. That's not oath. That's the oath. Because they didn't want him to, they shut his mouth. They didn't want him to go on the stand because they knew that he will redact it. He will say, I never did it. Like, this was all a lie. I was high and I took the blame for my cousin. That's why they didn't. Because if he did that and then they went back to the DNA and everything else, it would match. So they shut his mouth. They told him, you need to stay quiet. You look down and you look serious. That's what they told him. Yeah. He was not even allowed to go on the stand. Yeah, the lawyer shut his mouth. David Lola told him, you need to stay quiet. I'm not putting you on the stand. Elia, first of all, because I know you're still on here. Elia, yesterday was Eid, honey. You just put your head on that prayer mat and ask for forgiveness, and now you're acting. Do you know, by the way, Allah is still around even after Eid. He doesn't disappear. He doesn't just pop up like Santa on Christmas Day. You religious people, man, honestly, it scares me. He wasn't a prisoner, by the way. You are a defendant. You are innocent until proven guilty. Thank you. Honestly, like, how are you here? You just literally celebrated Eid the day before. You were sitting there asking God for forgiveness, and you've come on here being a judgmental cow. Like, seriously. Like, I've been open. I'm gonna keep it real. I've been open on here. I've been super open with every question, whether it be good, bad, or whatever. And you're sitting here trying to tell me, like, people can't figure out if they want to be on my side or whose side or what they want to do. Sorry, because I do love a good cow. They're lovely and juicy. Thank you, Crystal. Guys, I need to get off because I've done a full shift in here. Guys, don't get me started. I really want a steak. I'm sorry for my vegetarians and vegans on here, but I really, really, really want a steak, like a nice medium rare sirloin or wagyu with a root beer. And then I want bone marrow dripped fries, chunky fries. Fam, how do you call it? Do you have, let me see you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Heavenly Father, look at the state of this poor boy. Did your mother ever teach you should never call a woman a fam? First of all, we are not family. Se- Did you have lip filler? No. Then I weirdly want people to come after me because I have so much in me that I would like to express. Oh, Kendra, it's not that late actually. Thank you. Charred broccolini. It's nearly 11 o'clock in the night. I'm gonna get off in 10 minutes. Literally at 11 on the dot. I'm out. Good night. Thank you, Bernadette. I will always wear this. Always. Always. Oh no, I just saw. Oj, Tiana, oj, loġk, ollo, moj zemër. O bobonjer. Lokumet arat kam. Hi. Thank you. Enjoy your work, my darling. Yes, I have his ring. Right? Marie, don't get me started. He was cremated. He would have definitely wanted to get buried with it. But I've got it now. I hope so too, Rissa. Let me see. Oh, you look so pretty. And you wear tennis skirts. We love it. I love a sis that wears tennis skirts. I am going to bury his ashes. We are waiting to get a slot for me and him, so we both can be buried next to each other. Thank you. You are too. Let me have a look at you. You are so pretty. I love your curly hair, baby. We both decided that we wanted to be buried together, so we've already got it in a legal writing that we want to be buried together. So when I die, people will know to bury me and him together. You are too, Ali. Do you know what? The only thing I want to no down, sir, down. One thing that James really wanted to do was to upgrade my engagement ring. Um, me move on, boy. The only thing that's moving on is the sunset and the sun rises. So the only thing that James wanted to do when he came out was to upgrade my engagement ring, and then we both decided that we was going to upgrade it with his ashes. So I will use some of his ashes to upgrade my engagement ring to the ring that he had already drawn and planned. Thank you, Rissa. So yeah, so that's the thing. That's what we're doing. 2 years. We were together for 2 years, Samaya. Oh yeah. 2 seconds. Let me just get this dog down. Come on. Down. Get down, please. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias, mi amigas. No. No. Thank you. He better be with me. He's locked in. He's locked in. Yeah, so I've got his fingerprint and I'm getting it tattooed on me. It's not my dog. Can you people keep talking about me moving in, but let's imagine me moving on, sorry. What? That guy, he won't be able to look at me. He will not be able to look at me or deal with me. Can you imagine he will do something stupid and be like, oh, something dumb. I'll be like, my husband would have never done that. Sorry, Ali, I missed your last comment. Yeah, if someone can pin it, please. What? That guy will hate me. Can you imagine he said to me, oh, I forgot to message you. I'd be like, my husband was on death row and he would have never forgot to message me. He'll hate me. Honey, Tracy B, let me tell you something. My husband wanted me. No. Trust me. Me and my husband there's a promise. That's why he said the promise still stands. Forever and a day. Always each other's during this life and the other. There's no other for the both of us. We made an agreement. We made a promise. Trust me, I will never be happy. He wants me to be happy, yes, but he knew another man will not make me happy. I promise you. I just won't. I won't be happy. I'm a married woman. I'm always going to be married. Thank you, Laura. I'm always going to be married to him. I'm married to him now. I'm still legally married to James Broadnax. Tracy, honey, I promise you, even in 20 years, if we live long enough, you will still know and come to find that I'm still legally married to my current husband. Sorry, Ali, I keep missing it. How many times have I seen him? Over 100 times in the last 2 years. There is no man in this earth. There is no, I can promise you. People are saying maybe it's because you're grieving right now. Yep, I'm widowed. I'm a widowed married woman. Yes, to my husband. I'm married, still legally married to him. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I think TikTok must have filtered it. Yeah. Last thing I need is for my husband. Can you imagine me laying down next to another man and my husband's in my dreams? Are you crazy? I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy that I saw my husband in my dreams. The poor boy will wake up and think that I'm happy to see him in the morning. No, sir. I'm happy to see my husband. The man will always know that was my only love. He's just there for, yeah. So can you see how it won't be fair on him? 100%, Laura. That's why I'm content. That's why I'm so. Let me tell you something, right? I have been so. Did you guys had a chance to touch physically after he passed? I've had a chance to experience love, pure love, where there's no finances, there's nothing that can come between that. Felt it once. I've had a child. I'm blessed because not many people get that experience. I have everything I need. I've had the most precious things in this life. Thank you, Amy. I've had all the precious things in this life. If I don't get it again, I'm okay with it. I will live and die and know that I experienced pure love from James Broadnax and I was able to bear a child by God's grace. And I'm humbled. And that's it. I'm okay. Everything else is an extra bonus in this life. I'm happy now for other couples. I love, and I now find joy when I see other couples getting married and having kids and having their wedding days. And, you know, that's where I find joy now. I love to see people loved up. I love to see love. Oh, Tracy, don't, please. Sis, what are you watching? Oh, you're watching Shrek? Yeah, go on. Yeah, that's where I find peace in. I pray, one of my biggest prayers has always been, um, I don't know if I should share it, but she is a girl, she's 9. One of my biggest prayers has always been for a woman to be able to experience bearing a child. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's one of my biggest prayers, is for a woman to be able to bear a child and to find peace and joy in her life and love. So thank you, Fiona. Thank you so much. This experience has taught me to pray for others more than I pray for myself. Yeah, go on. Thank you, Rissa. This experience has taught me to pray for others more than for myself. Um, no, no, thank you. I know it's been lovely to see more nice comments than bad. But yeah, guys. Yeah. Yes, and I think I valued life. I learned to value life way more meeting James and being in this experience with James, because it showed me that nothing matters in this world when life is in question and your life is here and there, and that's the most important thing. But yeah, guys, I am getting off now. Yes, of course, Samaya, that annoyed me so much. It annoyed me so much. But yeah, guys, God bless you all. I love you guys so much. And yes, I did see what happened in Albania. I need to go back on tomorrow and speak about this to Albanian people and see how they feel. But I love you guys so much, and God bless you. May the Lord answer all your prayers. And if He don't answer it, just know there's a plan behind that too. God bless you guys.